This is what we all thought would never happen, I suppose. The sport's most beloved character must let go of the fairy tale ending that he and we all hoped he would achieve, but how did this decision come about, and will we ever see the honey badger unexpectedly return to the sport like the old legends? In today's video, Liam Lawson of New Zealand will fill in for him and drive for the final 6 races of the season. Ricciardo made his grand return to the sport last year in Hungary although he finished the Singapore Grand Prix last weekend in 18th place, but managed to secure the fastest lap, marking his final race. Ricciardo's future is still unknown, but it seems unlikely that he will be back on the 2025 grid. Regardless, Alachuri continued on as they changed their name to Red Bull this season and produced some exciting moments, scoring points 5 times and even clinching a brilliant 4th in the Miami sprint, sitting 14th overall, and just 10 points shy of teammate Yuki Tsunoda, remaining accessible at Sabre. Although there are currently no conversations regarding Ricciardo, it seems that Volterbas is the front-runner to maintain his position at Audi. Let's celebrate the Australian's amazing career, which has seen him accumulate a remarkable 1,329 points across 258 Grand Prix over 14 seasons, including 8 victories, 32 podiums, and more. One of Ricciardo's best performances in his career was finishing 3rd in the Driver Championship in both 2014 and 2016. He also raced for HRT Toro Rosso, Red Bull, Renault, McLaren and RB after declaring his intention to leave. Red Bull Ricciardo reflected on his exciting Formula One adventure on Instagram. "I've always loved this sport," Ricciardo said. "There have been many teams and people who have contributed to this amazing trip. Thank you to the fans who sometimes have a deeper passion for the sport than I do. Although there will always be highs and lows, the experience has been enjoyable, and I wouldn't trade it for anything until the next adventure." Ricciardo will be replaced by Red Bull reserve Liam Lawson for the rest of the game. "We at VCC would like to thank Daniel for his hard work over the last 2 seasons with us," said boss Laurent Mecchi. "Daniel has brought a lot of experience and talent to the team with a fantastic attitude which has helped everyone to develop and foster a tight team spirit." The season will begin with the upcoming United States Grand Prix in Austin. This opportunity will let the team assess Lawson alongside teammate Yuki Tsunoda, who's having a standout season and is already secured for next year. The Red Bull family will always remember Daniel Ricciardo as a gentleman who excels both on and off the track and never fails to smile. I'd also like to take this opportunity to welcome Liam, who is already familiar with the team, having driven for us the previous season and handled tough situations admirably. It's wonderful to see young talent from the Red Bull family advance, and we're looking forward to putting our heads down and concentrating on the remaining games together. Expressed his clear decision to not pursue a reserve driver role in order to prolong his Formula One career. He believes that age may be catching up with him after losing out on a second opportunity and sees little chance of a comeback, especially since he's not interested in simply filling a seat, which he felt he was doing at Red Bull. When asked directly about the possibility of a reserve role, he firmly replied that he didn't think it would be wise to keep one foot in the door with the big picture in order to try and get back in at Red Bull, he added. "Considering that he is 35 years old, and that his age has contributed to a drop in his talents, I truly won't be starting my career again. I still showed the pace that I've had over the years," Ricciardo said, "but it's been evident that it's been harder for me to show it every weekend. Perhaps this is due to my age. I definitely found it easier when I was 25 than when I was 35, or perhaps the competition is simply getting tougher, which is probably the case with all sports when it comes to Formula One racing. It's possible that the levels have just increased and it's a difficult task for me to fight at that level every week, so I can't be disappointed with that. However, I'm happy that once upon a time I could do it, and that was a lot of fun." Ricciardo specifically mentioned that the simulators are getting better, the kids are getting younger, and they have access to all on board so they can watch and study everyone. At the conclusion of the talk, Ricciardo expressed his desire to depart sports with fond memories, noting that, "If Sunday's race in Singapore was, in fact, the honeypot, then consecutive Q1 exits is not how he wants to be remembered." The last F1 race for Badger in the final stages, Ricciardo managed to end the day on a positive note by achieving the fastest lap of the day. The accomplishment of Ricciardo also helped Max Verstappen, his former Red Bull colleague, who is engaged in a competitive championship battle with Lando Norris. When Ricciardo made a late charge, It altered the outcome and caused Scott to send a thank you message to Norris, who was about to win the fastest lap bonus point. Communication via team radio following the race on Sunday, Ricciardo revealed that he needed more incentive to swap to soft tires at the last minute in order to accomplish that amazing achievement. I heard about $3.5 million bonus for fastest lap, he told Autosport. At the end, the fastest lap, I'm sort of hoping Max wins by a point now that I guaranteed myself a very high finish. Red Bull was throwing some crazy numbers about, and I had an idea, but I also believed they were just letting me have some fun, because we were clearly a long way out of the points. Excellent Christmas gift if that's the case. I'm sorry, Lando, but I believe I'd get a lovely present if his favorite driver decided to leave the squad permanently. In a statement, Red Bull team manager Christian Horner thanked Ricciardo for his tenure with the club and announced the decision to replace Liam Lawson joined Ricciardo for the last 6 races, which sparked rumors that he would be a full-time member next year. Instagram users saw Christian Horner's touching remark which said, "From the minute you came at Red Bull, it was evident your unwavering energy, sense of humor, and attitude will leave an enduring legacy on the Milton Keynes team and the Formula One racing industry overall. Thank you for the victories. You are so much more than simply a driver. Songs that make me smile, and I wish I could say that you will always have a particular place in the Red Bull family. 32 victories, 8 podiums, and 1,329 points." Daniel's old colleague Max Verstappen also paid respect to the Honey Badger, Ricciardo and Verstappen. These numbers and honors are not the only indicators of who you are and what you have accomplished. Thank you. At Red Bull from 2016 until moving to Renault at the end of 2018, then spending time at McLaren before joining the Red Bull family again. Ricciardo admitted in Singapore that his dream of joining the senior Red Bull team alongside Verstappen didn't come true. Sources indicate that the door isn't completely closed for him within the Red Bull pool, but he seems unsure about coming back as a third driver. Verstappen paid tribute to their shared experiences, expressing hope that they can look back on their time in Red Bull with fondness. In response to a question about his feelings toward Ricciardo, Verstappen after both retired, he said, "He's a great guy, honestly, we always had a great relationship, we had a sporting rivalry in the team. He will be remembered as a great driver, as a great person also. I think he has a great character. I think it's very rare if someone hates him. I also believe that in a few years when I won't be here anymore, we'll sit back and look back at all those years together and we'll have a beer together, so if." And that's a wrap on today's look at Daniel Ricciardo's incredible journey in Formula One. From his unforgettable race wins to his larger-than-life personality, there's no doubt he's left an indelible mark on the sport. As the Honey Badger steps away, we're left wondering, could there be one more chapter in this story? What's your favorite Ricciardo moment, on or off the track? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's celebrate the legacy of one of F1's most beloved characters together. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to stay updated with more F1 content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on the next lap of this exciting journey.